Hi foodies. I'm doing everything but what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm kind of like on a biscuit mission because the other day we made whole wheat biscuits and I had come up with a way to make them with silken tofu. I was curious to see how they would come out if I made them with silken tofu. And then when we got home, I got too lazy. I didn't want to whip the silken tofu, so I decided to use my soy yogurt. So they made delicious whole wheat biscuits. So now I'm trying to figure out a ratio that we love. We love the first batch, which I already put it on our Instagram, and it is 1 cup of whole wheat and half a cup of spelt. Spelt flour is a lighter, finer flour, and it's going to give anything that you put it in fluffiness. So if you add spelt to a wheat flour dish or recipe, it's going to become lighter. So the spelt in this biscuit recipe makes the biscuits fluffier, lighter, and creamier, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to figure out if I can do them in all spelt, what happens if I do that, continue to do them with 1 cup of whole wheat, half a cup of spelt, and other things. So now we've gone down a biscuit rabbit hole. So we have already made regular biscuits. I made these just with spelt. They just came out and they are much lighter than if you make them with whole wheat and spelt, if that makes sense. So when you make it with the whole wheat, they come out a little bit denser. So if you like a little bit denser, creamier, leave the whole wheat in there like I have the recipe. And if you want them lighter, then you switch it to 1.5 cups of spelt. So, and I also made a batch of cinnamon buns. So I took the same exact recipe and then I flattened it out longer and I rolled it with date syrup mixed with cinnamon, and I drizzled that. I drizzled date sugar and I put crumbled up pieces of date in the middle. Rolled up the cinnamon rolls, cut them and did rounds. So they ended up being cinnamon roll biscuits. So obviously because they're biscuits, they're a little bit crunchier on the outside, so they're not going to have that gooiness that you have with a standard American diet cinnamon roll, but you're going to have a biscuit / cinnamon roll that hits the spot. So if you're looking for also a bread for a sandwich, we had these the other day with our celery stew, and that's what got me down a biscuit rabbit hole. So we had these the other day with the celery stew that I made, and it was delicious. But you could cut, I scored this into 6 biscuits, but you could cut this and slice it down the middle and make sandwich bread for yourself. This has taken me no time at all. I've already made 3 batches in less than an hour. I've made 3 different test batches because I'm trying to test the spelt versus the whole wheat. And we were trying to make cinnamon rolls, and I made an entire thing of cinnamon rolls and we ate half of it, and then I had to get it out of the house and give it to our neighbor. So I shared some with our neighbor and I said, here you go, try this. So I'm going to do a whole batch of just spelt. So this is 1.5 cups of the spelt. I have my 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and I have half a teaspoon, I think it's half a teaspoon. Yes, half a teaspoon of baking soda. And soy milk makes a difference here. You want to use the you guys, it says poor connection. And then a little bit of apple cider vinegar is going to it's going to activate the baking soda and the baking powder. The recipe is on my Instagram. It's so easy. Like I said, I've already made 3 batches in less than an hour. It takes 10 minutes in the toaster oven at 425 to cook up. So I've got my yogurt. This is another reason why to make your own soy yogurt. I have 3 or 4 jars of soy yogurt in my refrigerator right now. So I am able to just go into my batch and keep making the biscuits. So I put a tiny bit of maple syrup so that the biscuits have a little bit of sweetness. And then And never mind my mess. My bowl and everything is pretty dirty because I've been just using it from one batch to the next. So for this batch, I'm actually going to add dill, and I'm going to add garlic powder and onion powder and an herb seasoning that has no sodium. So I'm just going to put it in the yogurt part, and I'm not even going to measure. And then I have garlic powder, not going to measure, and onion powder. Don't go too crazy, and as long as you cover the surface, it should be fine. And then some dill. And I'm going to make these dill garlic biscuits. So this is going to get incorporated to the entire batter. I'm actually going to put more. And I'm going to put more onion powder so they come out even more oniony. So I thought about even taking garlic and cooking it down and sauteing it. And for those of you that don't know how to saute in plant-based, you use a little bit of water or you use aquafaba and you saute it like you would with oil. But the trick is only to put droplets in, not a ton of water. You don't want to boil it, bathe it, or steam it. You want to saute it. So just tiny drizzles is enough. This smells delicious. It already smells very garlicky, oniony, and dill. So now I'm just going to put my flour in here, and the whole thing is going to come together and activate super quick. I like to use my whisk. I don't like to get my hands dirty when it comes to biscuits. If I can avoid getting my hands dirty for anything, I will figure out a different way. So I'm just going to incorporate it as best as it comes up. And if you flour your surface and you flour your biscuits on top and bottom, it's going to make for a crunchier biscuit on the outside. So if you like a crunchier biscuit on the outside, do that. If you don't like a crunchier biscuit on the outside, then just dollop them and put them on your cookie sheet. I've lined my cookie sheet with parchment paper. And I am just going to stir this up real quick. Mix it all up, and I'm going to dump it. And I already have a little bit of flour here from all the times that I was making the other biscuits. I'm going to dump it right here. And then I'm just going to, I like kind of making them in a giant biscuit instead of cutting up into individual biscuits. And I just like making one big square. And this one looks like it has enough flour on top and on the bottom because I have the flour on the bottom. So I'm just going to make this big giant square or rectangle. Do whatever you can. About 6 biscuits will come up that way. But if you want to make a sandwich, you just make this giant square and then score it in half like this. And then when it rises and cooks, you're then going to slice it down this way and you're going to have 2 sandwich halves. So for those of you missing bread, whole wheat bread, you can make your own. This is with Spelt. So here we go. Does not have to be pretty. It can just be a rustic biscuit. And I'm going to score it again down the middle, and then I'm just going to stick it in my toaster oven and in 10 minutes we're going to have 2 loaves right there. If I wanted to, I could score it again right here, and I'm going to end up with 6 biscuits. Or I could score it in 4 and make smaller hamburger buns. So this is a great hamburger bun bread too. If you score it down the middle, you've got 4 hamburger buns. Super multi-purpose. So this one is a dill garlic one. It would be fantastic with veggie burgers. Let me go put this. If you guys have any questions, put them down there. I'm going to go put this in the toaster oven and set the timer so that I don't burn it, because it literally goes by so fast how quick they cook. And they are whole foods and plant-based, because they are not, they don't have anything, no oil, no sugar, no refined sugar. They don't have any sodium. So what I did is all my spices here that I used, this is a garlic blend. It's got garlic powder, I have onion powder, and I have dill. And then I didn't put any sodium in. The only sugar that I put in was 1 teaspoon of maple syrup, just to give it a hint of sweetness. It also helps the biscuits kind of like get a little bit golden. And like I said, if you do not like a crunchy biscuit on the outside, then don't dust your surface. Just dump the entire biscuit onto your parchment paper and shape it on your parchment paper. And then it'll be less, it'll still be crusty on the top, but less than when you flour the top. So super easy, guys. I hope you try this recipe. It's so easy. We're gonna have to freeze some of this so we don't eat it all, because we have loved it. We really loved it with our celery stew. I can't wait to use it for veggie burgers or a sandwich, because I'm growing some sprouts. So I might save it. Our sprouts will probably be ready in 2 days. So we might use some of the radish sprouts to make sandwiches with it. So make yourself some biscuits, super easy. And like I said, you can use the recipe with 1 cup of whole wheat flour, half a cup of spelt, or you can do the whole thing, 1.5 cups of spelt. If you use all wheat, it is going to be denser. Because wheat is a denser flour, you're going to end up with a heavier biscuit, if that makes sense. Okay, guys, let me see if you guys have any questions. I don't see any questions, but if you do, write them down at the bottom. Bye. Hope you're having a happy day.